This is our flowchart for project 15. Similar variables as last time. We have our tactile Boolean, tactile state as Boolean. And then now we have our previous tactile as Boolean, so we will keep track of what we had last. And then our output is pin 5, input is pin 2. And then in the beginning, we'll read pin 2 and assign the variable as tactile, so we'll assign that as the switch we're pressing. So now, if the tactile is true and the previous tactile is false, meaning if the button's being pressed and it wasn't pressed before, which will most times be true when we're pressing the button. If it's false, we will set the previous tactile to tactile. So if the tactile is false, we will set the previous tactile to false, so it will be true. And then it will go through the loop. And then if our tactile state is false coming into this, the tactile state meaning the light, if that's false, meaning if it's off, it will digital write that pin, that output pin to high, so the light will turn on, and it will save the tactile state as true. And if not, if the digital, if not, meaning that if the tactile state is already true, it's not false, it will set it to low or off, and then it will save tactile state as false. So the next time it comes through, it will go through the process of turning it on to high. Then we have our delay of 0.25 seconds, a quarter of a second. So the computer can process it pressing the button, go to loop. It would go through this to set the previous as the tactile currently, and the tactile will be the digital read, so it can read pin 2 again and go through the loop. This is it in Arduino. We have all of our things labeled. We have our output, input, our loop. Previous tactile set to tactile. Tactile is digital read, that output pin, or the input pin. And then we have the same tactile is true, previous tactile false. If it is equal to false, it'll write it to high. It'll state it as high, keep it in its memory. And then if it's low, it'll be false. Or no, if it's low, if it's high, it'll rewrite it to low and keep it as false. Delay 2 seconds, loop again. And we come over to our thing. It's on, off, on,